Colin, I just noticed you only have one shoe on. Did you come to Q? Is this part of the costume? One shoe.
I don't know.
Did you come here with two shoes on?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
You're not seeing things. He's actually not seeing something. His shoe. This is called a negative hallucination. If you're not sure what I mean, then keep watching and find out. Hi, it's Turan here from Feel Good Hypnosis, and this week we're talking about negative hallucinations. So what exactly does that mean? Well, if you have a hallucination, in general, when you have a hallucination, you're seeing something that isn't there, that you're imagining. That's called a positive hallucination. You're adding to the scene. You're positively seeing something that isn't there. It might be a mirage, like in the desert, where you're walking through the desert and you think you see an oasis because the way the sun is reflecting on the sand. That's what we call a hallucination in normal terms, or what's really called a positive hallucination, because you're adding to the scene. With this gentleman, I've told him and giving him the suggestion that he can't see something. In this case, his shoe. So I'm going to tell him to take his shoe off, and as soon as he holds it in his hand, he's not going to be able to see it. So that's called a negative hallucination. That's negating from the scene, taking away from the scene. Now you might think that's strange and spooky, but we do it all the time. How many times have you maybe put your car keys down or put an item down that you thought was on your table, and when you look at your table you can't see it, you run around the whole house looking for it, and then when you can't find it you go back to that table where you thought it was in the first place, and hey presto, there it is. What you've done is give yourself a negative hallucination. You've been thinking so hard that that item is somewhere else that when you look on the table, you don't see it even though it's there. It's only when you run around the house, try to find it somewhere else, and when you can't find it, you look back on that table and there you go. You've unhypnotized yourself at that point, and you can now see it. So that's what's happening in this scene. This is a lovely skit. I love doing it. It's one I'll do further on down the line when I know they're really hypnotizable and really suggestible, but it's a lovely skit to do. Now I do things differently than you might see other people do. Some people will take the subject's shoe off and tell the subject to hold it in their hand. What I do is I tell the subject that when you wake up you'll have this uncontrollable urge to just take your shoe off and hold it in your hand. I used to do it the old way, but I used to sometimes struggle getting the person's shoe off, and well, I didn't know whether they were wearing socks or maybe they had a bunion or something like that there, and I didn't want to intrude onto their foot, onto their footwear, onto their person. Now we've got a crowd, they know I'm doing hypnosis, so there's nothing sort of untoward about touching someone's foot in this manner. Everybody's going to know, and there's lots of witnesses to what I'm doing and the way I'm doing it. But it is nice, it's almost a bit lazy just to give the hypnotic suggestion and let them do it themselves. It means if their shoelaces in a double knot or something funny about their shoe, then they can handle it because they know how to handle their shoe best. Just because you're in hypnosis, in this case this gentleman, just because he's in hypnosis doesn't mean he doesn't know how to take his shoe off, and he'll know best how to do it. Moving on from that, when you see me bringing him out of hypnosis, I draw his attention to the fact, oh, you've only got one shoe on. Again, I'm testing right away to see whether that suggestion has actually been accepted fully. He's already accepted the suggestion to take his shoe off, but I now want to test, can he see his shoe? And it's clear from the feedback that he has no idea it's there. So at that point, I now get a bit, more forward with it, and I lift up his right hand. Well, it's not in your right hand, is it? And he says, no. And then I point to his left hand. It's not in your left hand, is it? He says, no. So then, this is a lovely skit to get audience participation, because then I send him off into the crowd, and you can see as he walks around, people are laughing. It's a great engagement skit to do, because, he's interacting with the crowd, and some people might even be telling him his shoe's there, but he doesn't see it. But the beautiful thing is, notice how as soon as I give him the suggestion that he can see his shoe, bang, it's there. At some conscious or unconscious level, he already knew it was in his left hand, but he just wasn't aware of it. As soon as I say you can see it, he looks straight down to where it is, because he can feel it in his hand now at that point. At the end of this video, you'll see me taking it out of hypnosis. So this is the end of the set of skits that I did. And you'll see me giving him what's called a hypnotic gift. This is a nice little suggestion that he'll have good confidence for the rest of his life moving forward. And that's just a little thank you for being hypnotized and being a subject for me. Again, some people will remember everything when they come out of hypnosis, some people won't. It's not under my control. And in this case, when I ask him, do you remember what happened? He's sort of looking a bit confused. So again, I give him that final little bit of hypnotic suggestion. Remember, people are still in hypnosis for about 1 or 2 minutes after they've actually been brought out of that state. They're still in that sort of hazy phase of being in hypnosis. So I'm able to say, when I touch you in the forehead, you will remember. And again, look at his complexion, look at his demeanour, his attitude changes as all those memories come flooding into his mind. He goes, oh, I'm away. It's great. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure, don't forget to put comments in the comments section below and tell me what you like most about this video. And did you know about the difference between negative hallucinations and positive hallucinations? I'm interested to find out, so do leave a comment in the comment section below. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and don't forget, click the big red subscribe button, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you get notified every time a new video comes out from Feel Good Hypnosis. Really looking forward to your comments. In the meantime, here's the video.
And then we're going to count from 1 to 3, and on the count of 3, you'll no longer forget that number 7. That number 7 is going to come back to mind. But just as quickly as that number 7 comes back to mind, when you wake up, you'll have an overwhelming feeling to just take your left shoe off and hold it in your left hand. But as you hold that shoe in your left hand, you will not be able to see that shoe. That shoe will be invisible to you. You will not see that shoe. You will not know that shoe's there. Nod your head that you understand. On the count of 3, the number 7 is going to come back to you, but you'll just bend down without thinking about it. Take your left shoe off, hold it in your left hand, and that shoe will just disappear from your mind. 1, 2, 3, open your eyes. So, sorry, what was your name, sorry?
Colin.
Colin, I just noticed you only have one shoe on. Did you come to Q? Is this part of the costume? One shoe.
I don't know.
Did you come here with 2 shoes on?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? You have no idea where your other shoe is?
No.
No? I mean, it's not there. It's not in your left hand, or right hand, is it? No. And it's not in your left hand there, is it? No. No. Does anybody know where his shoe is? His left shoe? Where are they pointing to?
In your hand.
It's not in your hand. It's not.
Yeah.
No. I mean, there's a lot of glass and things. You wouldn't have just come with one shoe, would you?
I don't think I would.
You don't think you would, but you've only got one shoe on. Why don't you just don't go past where this grass is, but go around and ask people if anybody's seen your other shoe. No, nobody's seen it. I'm going to click my fingers. When I click my fingers, you'll remember exactly where your shoe is. There it is. There. How'd it get in your hand?
I cannot tell you that.
You can. Put your shoe on. Put your shoe on.
Seriously, why the fuck did they get wristbands? That's it.
There she is. Tie up your lace so you don't fall over now. That's it. Take your time. Who's next? Look at me and sleep now. Deeper, deeper, deeper relax. In a minute I'm going to count from 1 to 5. When you count to 5, all hypnotic suggestions are going to disappear from your mind. You'll always remember where your shoe is, and all the hypnotic suggestions disappear. But as they disappear, you'll feel full of life, full of energy, full of confidence. You'll have more confidence than you ever did. You ever thought you could. You'll have more skills than you ever thought you could. You'll be able to make the perfect sheath for your samurai sword and do all the things in life you want to do. So 1, feeling that feeling of hypnosis just disappear from the tips of your toes. 2, washing up through your knees, through your pelvis, through your stomach. 3, take a deep breath in now. Let that energy wash all the way through. You feel that energy inside your head now, bouncing around inside your whole body. And 5, stretch and wide awake. How's it going? Good.
Right.
Perfect. And do you remember what happened?
No.
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 Look at my hand. Look at my hand. When my hand touches your forehead, you'll remember everything.
I'm out.